here, and this is a quick video update on a new PC build. I've just started getting the parts for it. I haven't quite got all the parts yet, but first of all, Ryzen 9 7900X. Might have been a mistake getting that because a couple of days back AMD announced the 7900 non-X parts, which are substantially cheaper and almost as fast, which is a bit of a kicker. So, but still a beast. But it was 549 reduced to £450, so not a cheap processor, and very more high end than I'm used to buying. Usually I go for a Ryzen 7, and I usually get the lower end, sort of like a 3700X. So we shall see. And also, they have also announced the Ryzen X3 chips, which are more specifically designed for gaming. They are usually slightly, sometimes up to about 15% faster in terms of frame rates and stuff, but they are designed specifically for gaming, so this could still be faster in productivity. So, yeah. And then we've got the RAM now. I didn't go for a 6000 kit, even though that is the sweet spot. I went for a 5600 because the RAM is stupidly expensive. And I'm hoping I can just stick it in the board and, in theory, just overclock it to 6000. So it might not work. I have no idea. That brings me on to the actual boards. I'm still haven't got a board yet. I've been looking at the price, looking at them. I'm just trying to find a sensibly priced one because the boards are ridiculously expensive. The one I'm looking at the moment is the Asus Gaming Tough, which is one of the better, more lower end boards. But I haven't quite made my decision yet on any of that stuff. Which obviously then leads you on to GPUs. GPUs are stupidly expensive, and it would seem Nvidia and AMD seem to think we're still living in the COVID pandemic times. So hopefully they will get a nice hard slap from the consumer, but I don't know, honestly, to tell them to come back to reality, because for Nvidia, for instance, their RTX 3070 Ti is, well, it's a joke, quite frankly. 70 class card that's it's about 900 quid and for the decent models and upwards, so that's absolutely stupid for a 70 class card, and I don't care how powerful it is, it's a ridiculous price. But people may buy it, and that might be your new 70 class price, so I guess we'll see. And it's not just Nvidia, AMD are guilty of this as well. And ironically, AMD have once again, their processors are brilliant. Intel are a little bit faster in certain benchmarks and stuff, but they're both fairly neck and neck, with some faster in gaming, some better in productivity. But on the GPU side, they're both living in the world of crack. It's just hilarious, the prices they're charging for these, and there will be people that buy them. The RTX 4090, for instance, is a fantastic product. It's an stupidly expensive product, but it's a fantastic product, and nothing comes close to it. But most people who work a normalish job, they don't have that kind of money to put on a GPU. And AMD's new cards have been, I'm not going to say they've been a failure, but they just don't have the popularity that the Nvidia stuff does. Now, popularity is Nvidia's marketing is just generally better anyway. But I really hope that Intel in the next couple of years come into the fray. I don't know if they will, because the newest cards they've released have been not terrible, but kind of lukewarm. So it might take them a couple of generations to get their act together if they stick around in the GPU sort of wars, I guess you could call it. But right now, like, you honestly are better off sticking with, I mean, unless you've got the money, you don't care, I suppose, with either a 30 series card or the 6000 series from AMD, or even further back, because honestly, with all these upscalers like DLSS and FSR, unless you want the best of the best performance, like you really have got no worries for years to come. Even people on the 10 series, I came from a 1070 Ti, and it's still a really good card. Just you just have to drop some settings and stuff, which kind of sucks in some ways, but um, I'm kind of cross-platform anyway because I game on PC, but I also game on consoles as well. So there really is no there is a distinction, but I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting sort of gaming is interesting at the moment. It's just when some actual decent games actually come out because it's been a few, but nothing that personally has interested me in the last couple of years, other than sort of certain horror remakes, which I've gone on about many times before. You've got Silent Hill 2 coming up. Xbox has got quite a lot of stuff. Starfield, which is it's not a game I'm not particularly interested in, but it'll come to Game Pass, so give it a try. Anyway, I'm ranting on here, so I'm going to stop now. So yeah, that is my update video, and I will be hopefully finishing off Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, because the last time I streamed that was about a month or two back.